Let's get this ball rolling, guys. All right, let's introduce our new 2020-2021 officers. You got me as your co-president and your founder. You got Vanessa as your new co-president. Hi, Vanessa, if your mic is on.
Hi.
You got Jalissa as your secretary and other public relations officer. Unfortunately, she's not here. She is working at her new job right now. You have Vicky, our new activity director. Vicky, hello, if your mic is on.
Hello.
You got your new treasurer, Ashley Jr. Hi, Ash, if you're here and if your mic is on. And then
Hi.
hello. And last but not least, you have Ziana Medina as our second public relations officer. Ziana, if you're here, hello. But these are our 2020-2021 officers. So if you ever get the chance, don't forget to thank them and congratulate them. All right, let's get up to speed. A lot of stuff's been happening in 2020 with social injustice, health, schools trying to figure out stuff. Anything can happen in 2020. That's something I've learned over the past months, and I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of it too. And we're just trying to get up to speed and see what we can do from our homes, whether it's, you know, sending letters out or even just doing something else. So let's see what's going to happen with Leo Club. As of right now, we don't know if school is going to be fully open. We don't know if they're going to do half and half, if they're going to do fully online. That's up to them. They take forever to make up decisions. I don't like to wait, so I just decided to make some kind of update for you guys, and it's just for the best for everyone, regardless of whatever you chose in that survey they sent out like a week ago. If you chose online in school, or if you chose that one other option about a D-Lab, whatever that is. But basically, what happens next? Is Leo Club gonna die? Is it gonna go away? No, it's not. It's not gonna go away. We don't wanna go away. We wanna be here for you guys as much as possible. We're gonna be fully virtual though. That's right. We're just gonna be moving to the digital world, regardless of what you chose. If you chose online, half school, half online, or whatever you chose. We're gonna be fully virtual. It's just easier that way. Your health is our number one priority. That's all I can say about that. And of course, if you have any questions, you can type them in the chat as I go along. That being said, since we're gonna be fully virtual, we will have all virtual events, including bonding events, fundraisers, volunteering, and anything else we do for the club. Everything's online, right from the comfort of your home, just so you guys can maintain social distancing. Please mute your mic, thank you. Continuing on, because we're going virtual, our application, you do have to reapply if you're going to be joining Leo Club again. That being said, for new Leo Club members, you do have to apply to join the club. The application is online only now. We're trying to save trees. We're not trying to kill trees right now. And we're only accepting online applications. So make sure to apply. Don't forget to do that. And then we're still doing the same things that we used to do. Book buddies, that's gonna be virtual. We're gonna do some workshops for you guys so you guys can get some hours, internships, some gaming, you know, Minecraft, Roblox, whatever you're into. We got some leadership opportunities for you guys. Everything you love about Leo Club plus more. It's gonna be online, intuitive, in a new way. So that's some of the updates that we have. And of course, as news keeps going, as school opens up, we'll adjust so that you guys can get the best of our benefits. And some more updates is, I think you guys already know this, we have a Google Classroom now and Remind, so we're gonna be using both hand in hand. It's just easier to keep things organized that way, so I don't have to keep spamming you like 24/7 to remind you to turn in something. Hi, Ziana. Ziana's in the chat, guys, if you wanna say hi to her. We're gonna be using Google Classroom and Remind now, like I said, two apps that you already have on your phone, so you don't need to download a new app. That's where, on the Google Classroom, that's where we're gonna be posting our presentations, meeting links, calendar events once we make our Google Calendar, and any event details or updates will be on Google Classroom. That's also where you guys are gonna turn in your screenshots for service events from now on. So please don't send them on Remind. Please don't. Please turn them into Google Classroom, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns or issues or just want to say hi, just message us on Remind. That's what the Remind's for. And we do have a new Remind code, which I'll show you in just a moment. And then we do have a Leo Club check-in survey. It's basically, we just want to know how you're doing, what you've been doing during quarantine. We want to know what you care about, what you want, anything to make this virtual experience so much better for you guys online. And there's also a career-based question to see what you're into so that we can prepare you for that career in the future. And like that square says, all screenshots for online service events have to be through Google Classroom, not Remind. Let's keep going. So moving forward, what things are consistent, what things are still the same. We still document your hours through the club. I just submitted your guys' hours from last year, so you're good to go. They're gonna be on your transcript soon. It'll just take some time because remember, the school's still trying to figure out what they're doing for the next school year, so it may take some time, so be patient with them. Like we've said before, no hour requirement, no GPA requirement, no membership fee. We don't want your money. We don't care if you have a 4.0 GPA. We just want you to make an impact on our community and our society and our school environment. But we did add something, and this is for people who joined the club and didn't get any hours. You know, it was our first time being a club, so we just decided to let it slide. Why not? It's our first run. But this being our second semester together, we decided if you have 0 hours, meaning like no hours at all, by the end of the first semester, we can dismiss you from the club. Now, that doesn't mean, oh my God, I have 0 hours and I have like personal problems and conflicts and stuff. Oh my God, I'm gonna be kicked out. No, we're gonna talk to you first. Like, hey, we noticed like you don't have that many hours on what's going on. We're obviously gonna talk to you first to make sure we understand your circumstances. If you have any personal issues, if you have any conflicts with your schedule, with Leo Club events and anything in school and out of school, we'll make sure to help you out. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you out. We're not gonna just kick you to the curb. But obviously, if you don't do your work, if you just decide to slack off, then we do have the right to dismiss you. So just a heads up, make sure you get your hours in. Don't be the person that doesn't have any hours in the bank. But if you need help, if you have any conflicts, let us know. We're here to help you guys out. And we're moving on to bigger and better things. Please don't write on my screen. I swear if you write on my screen. We're moving on to bigger and better things online to make sure we prepare you for the future. And we still represent leadership, experience, and opportunity, not lemons, enchiladas, and onions. I decided to put that because it was cringy and I hope you like that. Now, this is where you guys should take out your phones or computers or whatever you use. I'm gonna pause my screen sharing. So if you haven't joined the Google Classroom yet, the code's right there. If you haven't joined the Remind yet, code's right there. You got the links for the surveys and the application. Let me go into the chat and paste all of those links for you and send it off. So if you check the chat, there's a bunch of links that I sent. I based them off by title, so it's easy for you guys to navigate. You can also check Google Classroom if you want those links, because they've already been posted. I scheduled them like a long time ago, but I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. And while you do that, I'm gonna be switching my screen to the Google Classroom.
Oh my gosh,
The presentation, in case any of you missed, that's on the Classroom now. The application, in case you haven't filled it out. And then the check-in survey, if you didn't do it right now, that's on Classroom. And if you turn it in through Classroom, it'll mark it as done for you, so you don't need to worry about pressing the turn-in button or anything like that. We already posted our little service events for you guys, in case you haven't checked it, and I'll be going over those in a bit, but I just wanted to give you guys a little tour of it first. Now let's go to our classwork tab where you guys can see the categories. So Google Forms, any Google Forms we send out, it'll go under there. So if it's cluttered, you can check there. The application is right there under the application tab. Summer service events, everything that we're doing, all events, all online events for the summer will be under this tab. Meeting links, obviously any Zoom link that we have, we're gonna post it here. And then presentations that we create will go under here as well. So if you haven't joined that Google Classroom yet, make sure you do. Now back to the presentation. Does anybody have any questions? If so, just put them in the chat and I'll read them, or one of the officers can tell me. Now let's go on to our summer volunteering service events that we have for you guys. Now, this one, I understand if you have parents that don't want you to go outside because COVID-19 numbers are going up, and I understand that's okay. Your health is our #1 priority, so you don't have to go to this one, but our school is having a small food distribution event, and I got the text through Instagram, so if you want to read that, it's right there. It's next Friday at 8 in the morning to 10 in the morning. It's at the parking lot, which is near the cafeteria in the 400s, not where the tennis court is at. They just need about 2 to 4 volunteers, maybe 12, but 2 to 4 is recommended because of social distancing. It's hosted by the Zuchi Foundation. Hopefully I pronounced that right. You're basically gonna be helping putting boxes in cars, can't speak, distributing food, anything they ask you to do, and please go if you have permission, and please maintain social distancing. And then if you are going, please let us know on Remind or Google Classroom, it doesn't matter. Let us know if you have any questions in the chat. Oops, skip this slide. There we go. All right, this next one, it's totally virtual, so you don't have to worry about going outside. Donate Essentials is an organization started by 15-year-old Raga Karamachi after she saw medical workers were having shortages in certain supplies. So what you guys will be doing, you'll be making digital cards just like how you did with Central Pen Pals and for Teacher Appreciation Week. So it's totally easy. You can use Canva, any program you want to. 4 cards will equal an hour. Send us the screenshots on Google Classroom and then submit your card through the Donate Essentials link that's there. And it's also on Google Classroom, and just make sure to do those 2 things. There's also a QR code if you have your phone on you and you decide to scan it. Now the next one is Beans for Everyone, and it's an easy thing. There's no app for it. It's just a link to a website. So you go on the website, you answer some fun questions. You know, they have like a what is this section, they have a math section, they have any section you could imagine. And every bean you turn in, it equals a dollar amount, and they have a specific goal, so like 21 beans. And if you get all 21 questions correct, you go on to the next phase and stuff like that. And they collect your beans as you go. And you're basically feeding families from the comfort of your home. And for this, the requirement is 300 beans per hour. So make sure to screenshot them. It's on Google Classroom. Turn in those screenshots through Google Classroom and get your hours in. Now, if you're a track person or if you're in athletics at all, this is for you. Charity Miles. It's a free app where you can raise funds for any organization you choose by just walking and running, and the app counts your steps for you. It's on the App Store, it's on Google Play. If you have an Apple or Android device, you basically just create an account, you choose an organization you want to donate to, and it starts to count your steps. So for this, 1,000 steps is an hour, which is like about a mile. So if you're bored, just go walk and get your hours done. And then we did make a Charity Miles step tracker, which I'll show you in just a minute once I'm done explaining this, to track your steps and add them up so you don't lose count. Just send us screenshots and your step tracker on Google Classroom, and each of you should have a copy of the step tracker within your individual Google Classroom post. And those are the links. So if you have an iPhone, iPad, whatever, and Android. So let me show you how to do Charity for Miles. Here we go. All right. So this is your copy of your Charity Miles step tracker. It should add up the total for you because I programmed it to do that once it lets me. So I'm just gonna put in 8, if it lets me, there we go. And I'll put in 10, and say I did 10 steps. Obviously this isn't gonna be you. You're gonna do more than me, trust me. And then your total is down here, it's 18. And so then when you're done, you can press turn in. I'm just gonna press turn in because this is my own. And it's already turned in. So it's good right there. Sometimes it'll say like Google Classroom says you didn't submit it, but I can still see it. We can all still see it from the teacher's perspective. If I can go over here, I'll show you. This is the teacher account. So it says that I turned it in and it has my form right there, turned in. So don't worry if it says like you didn't turn it in or anything like that. You did turn it in. It's just Google Classroom is crazy sometimes. You guys have any questions before I go on? Just text them in the chat then. This next one, if you like math, this is good for you, but don't worry, this is pretty easy. A Math for Good challenge, it's hosted by UNICEF. If you've never heard of UNICEF, they're an organization that likes to help children with school and poverty issues. You basically have an hour, I mean, not an hour, a minute, sorry, to complete as many questions as you can. They're easy math questions at first, but they gradually get harder as the time slowly ticks down. And once you finish those questions, it'll give you a certain dollar amount. So we're estimating $15 will equal an hour. But if you have like 11 or 14, you'll still get the hour because they go by quarters. And sometimes when you go by quarters, it doesn't round up as well. But so that's okay if you get like around 11 or 14. It doesn't have to be close to 15. So, but please don't forget to submit your email to donate your winnings, your money amount when you do, and then send us a screenshot of how much you made. It'll show you at the end once you complete all the questions on Google Classroom so that we can take your hours down. And the website is right there. It's also on Google Classroom too. Free Rice, it's not new. It's something we've already had for a while. You already know how it works. It's an app. Google Play, App Store, whatever device you have, you can get it. We just changed the requirement a little bit. Instead of 500 grains of rice, we changed it to 750, so you guys wouldn't cheat the system. It's not 50 correct questions, it's 75. I didn't change that. But send us a screenshot of how many grains you got on Google Classroom. It's the same thing as Beans for Everyone, where you answer any kind of questions you want, English, geography, whatever you want. The questions get gradually harder. One question equals 10 grains of rice. So if you have any questions, let me know. It's also on Google Classroom too. And then last but not least is Amnesty Decoders. You get to decipher text, images, and other documentation to identify human rights violations, which is so important in this time right now. Make sure to sign up for an account. By doing that, you'll be able to participate in discussions, have access to the demos and see completed projects. And then to get hours, you have to get about 18 demos, which is like 9 demos per hour. They have to be different projects though. You can participate into discussions into different topics to get hours as well. And then you would obviously submit your screenshots to Google Classroom. And how to screenshot demos is on the side right here on the presentation, which you can also access on Google Classroom. Make sure to scratch out the question because they are private documents and I don't want to see them. But that's pretty much it. That's all we have to say. Do you guys have any questions right now that I can answer? Any questions? You can unmute your mic if you'd like. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to see you guys again. Well, hear you guys, some of you. I really miss you. I hope you guys like the events. Make sure to answer the check-in survey. Make sure to complete the application. Remember, we need that application again if you're going to be joining Leo Club again. And try to do these service events and keep yourself entertained during quarantine. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, wait. I have a question for you guys. I'm going to stop the recording right now.